capacity to turn around the fortunes of Antigua and Barbuda in terms of itself. And I would like the coordinators of this program to register the name of every individual who is in this room today, because I would like to create a personal contact with all these individuals, including all the children in the schools who will represent the schools today. I intend to call you and remind you that you have an obligation to become active, to do your part in turning around the fortunes of this country. Now, I'm told, for instance, that approximately 70% of the deaths in Antigua and Barbuda is due to NCDs, which means that barring an accident, perhaps 90% of us will be a victim of one of those NCDs in this room today. That is the reality. So the first thing we can do in this room individually is to make a personal commitment. Make a personal commitment that we will embark on a new path today. I refer to you in this room as the army that has been assembled to carry that message to the wider society in Antigua and Barbuda, and to be ambassadors for this process, because we are embarking on a holistic approach. Holistic approach. I happen to sit in a position where over the last 2 years, the reality of the what a misdirected approach to healthcare in Antigua and Barbuda has struck me like a thunderbolt. You know what we have been doing? We have been throwing money at solving health issues in Antigua and Barbuda. We just spent $10 million to equip Mount St. John with the latest technological equipment. How much have we spent in educating our people, creating the right environment for them not to get sick? And so the ministry has decided to embark on 2 parallel tracks. We are not going to back away from developing our healthcare system and embracing the latest technology. We are not going to back away from that. But I've gotten the commitment of this cabinet that it will spend millions of dollars in the area of wellness. In that regard, and fortunately we have here medical benefits. Now let me say something about medical benefits. They're so important to this process. And let me recognize that the role that medical benefits has played prior to developing this committee, the NCD committee, I must publicly recognize the leadership role that medical benefits has been playing over the years. As an organization, you had many walks, you had many what you call screenings. I sit at home and watch the television when you have interaction between doctors and people with certain diseases. What I am suggesting is not that we'll create anything new in particular, but what I'm suggesting is that we can expand that platform. And I would like to invite every ministry, and let me be very frank, sometimes ministries become very territorial. Ministries do not want to get beyond their own boundaries. But this is the time when we have to consolidate. Every ministry of government should join the platform of medical benefits and let us build upon it. That strategically is the most effective way of getting us on the road to address these major problems. In that regard, the Cabinet of Antigua and Barbuda has, by policy, established that there ought to be 6 recreational parks strategically built in Antigua and Barbuda in order for the citizens of this country to have a safe place to exercise, take their families for recreational purposes. We have asked medical benefits to finance that project. But here it is, an important exercise to get people to do natural exercise. I must tell you, one of the benefits I have, having spanned a couple generations, is that I remember as a youngster, in my village, I was always snacking on fruits. Vegetables were always on my plate. And talk about exercise. I was playing either football or cricket every afternoon. And that was the period when they said that Antigua was backward. When they said that we were so poor. But let us define what poverty is. We have to be careful how we define poverty. Poverty can be ignorance. Poverty can be a situation where people do not have the right values, the value system. Poverty can be a lack of self-esteem, where the youngsters do not appreciate the wonderful future ahead of them, the world, and to make the right choices in order for them to be able to be productive citizens in this country. Obesity, hypertension, cancer, cardiovascular diseases, they're more present today than before. And we are supposed to be a more advanced society. When you look at Dr. Kando's presentation, and you see the typical condition that a youngster, and this affects poor people, people of the lower income more, the corn curls, the sodas, and when you go to any social gathering, you go to school, and that's what the children are being fed. That's poison. And when you go to the wider society, let me be very frank here, because we had an excellent display of the ills of excessive consumption of alcohol this past carnival. 60th anniversary. People don't like to talk about these things, but I reached the point in my career now I say what's on my mind. And the fact is that someone has to say to the young people and all members of the society that the excessive consumption of alcohol is dangerous to the health of the nation. And what we do, we glamorize the consumption of alcohol. They have something called LOL. LOL. In Antigua, and it is celebrated. What it points to is not only a change of individual behavior, but probably to debunk the view that that is our culture. That is not our culture. You have to go back earlier in our history to find our culture. The excessive consumption of alcohol was never part of the culture of Antigua and Barbuda. That is something that we imported. And we must speak against it. I can't blame the young people of this country. I cannot blame them because we have not educated them. We have not given them the information. Let me ask the young people today, just as a mere exercise. Put your hands up. How many of you in school have been coached by your teachers about the importance of your health? Not enough. Not enough. Every child should be coached about the importance of their health. Every child. If you think what I'm saying, has no relevance, I share with you an experience I had traveling to Fiji. I went to a primary school in Fiji.